last time on Dice Funk.
Oh no, have we found, like, the parking lot of the new world?
Why would someone do this? Is it useful?
The second that I go back there and, like, report my findings in some research paper, then suddenly everywhere knows about the stuff going on with the plants here, and then whatever interesting things I happen to have found. Like, I feel like the second I go back with any kind of actual report about what's going on up here, it's just gonna be the instigation for a gold rush and...
But the way Capital works is that all threats are subsumed, and so Juniper's knowledge is just as dangerous as Vimble's maps, even though they feel so different. And I think like a lost condition is like letting either of that stuff get back, or a kind of lost condition. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but...
Hey, I'm about to be taken over by someone else, so if you want to, like, knock me out, put me to sleep, find some way of getting me back into my body, but once I'm not me, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm choking Juniper. I'm choking her. This is consensual.
Treyan, you have never seen this before, so it's very upsetting to you. Juniper says, hey, I'm about to leave my body, and then Piccolo starts choking her.
Is this like a till death do us part loophole situation, where if I die for just like a minute, just like die for a second, and then come back, technically till death did we part, and it's done?
Trapeze, please, continue your mission. Man, you know what to do. I told you, just continue, just do what we agreed. It's okay, it'll all work.
You're not a little baby boy, and I finish it.
I knew this is who it was gonna be. I knew it. Like when you said there was a glint in the distance, I felt her coming. I knew.
The gay energies were too much.
Gale shows up.
Do it. Go.
I'm doing it. 12. Is that enough to see a berry?
Yes, 12 is above 10.
Oh my god! I found the berry and I shove it in her mouth immediately.
Okay. So Treyan starts doing CPR on Juniper's body. Gale's freaking out. Fucking little boy Justice steps on the berry.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Fuck! Shit! Oops!
And then Piccolo finds another one. You make 10 with one casting of good berry.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Treyan, sorry, I have questions for you.
Don't get up. She's like...
Okay, sorry, I'll stay down here. Do you have some kind of deal with the man who was living in my head?
Well, it's a bit of a story. My friends and I had a run-in with him.
I think that the way that this works is we head out, like, nice and early before, the rest of the party's really woken up. And the first that anyone knows that we've been successful is just this very loud sound of lightning hitting metal and then metal crashing down to the ground wakes the party up, and everyone sort of groggily looks over at us dragging this metal carcass over like, we got enough here to work with.
It's Busty too. Oh my god! Can I do? Oh my god!
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. I take a chance, we start to dance, can't see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates the senses. We could feel the heat, the chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning down. But we're a bonfire, I keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire, I keep putting in.
I mean, you're sad talking shit like as if a rat would make you not part of the bourgeoisie. I'm the bougiest person here. I have 2 rats next to me, relaxed, pancaking fully after eating a bunch of vegetables I cut for them. So I don't think you've proven your case at all.
This rat's, well, yeah, you've got bougie rats. This rat is not. This rat's from the streets.
The secret to getting rid of the rat is you just pour some of this sparkling pickle juice along where you saw the rat, and the rat will be gone, like, before you know it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so, I mean, I am actually, like, works. I'm getting kittens.
And the cat and the kittens will kill the rats.
No, cats can't kill rats.
Why?
They can kill mice. They can't handle a rat. Because, like, domesticated cat... I've read up a bunch about this. Domesticated cats are dumb and, like, bad at hunting, and, like, city rats are, like, fucking just fucked.
Mm-hmm.
For many years, I just thought all cats were just one breed. There's just cat, and there's hundreds of breeds of dogs. But I've learned a lot over the last year. There are a lot of different cat behaviors and a lot of different like personality types, and it's all very complicated. I've researched it very intensely.
Wait, so like these are just like these are black cats. I don't know anything about their breed. I know like Persian cats are very specific, but
sure, if it's just a regular black cat, it's probably a domestic short hair, which I am deadly allergic to.
Did you know that? Did you know that cats have accents because their meows exist only to manipulate us and communicate with us?
I've heard that.
So depending on what country they are from, yeah. So Austin's heard it, but audience.
I mean, a lot of animals have accents depending on which country they're in. They just like that.
I know that very well. My new cat Bjork, she's from Kuwait, and you can totally tell.
Did you? I can't understand you.
Yeah.
Speak English. You're in America.
She says absolutely not in Arabic.
my old roommate's cat was like super vocal, and like there are times when it's like she would fully like she's meowing, but it would get you a couple times where it's like you fully have human inflection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that like Siamese cats fully try to have conversations with you. They're just like meow 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 meow. It's like what do you want? I don't know. Help. So last we left the adventure, the party entered a new reliquary in this biome of concrete and oil. You don't know exactly what the god is or what this place is made for, but you know this building is made out of colorful plastic. You walk into the foyer and you hear a whistling noise as you move inside the doors with Gale the harpy in front of you. Yep.
I'm putting my guests down now. God of Happy Meal toys. This is we're in the big McDonald's play place. This is the God of Happy Meal toys. We're all gonna get a little plastic figurine.
Yo, if fucking Ronald jumps out.
Austin, before you say it, is the whistling going do 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 do? Is that the whistling?
No, it is not.
Is that what's being? No, okay.
It is not Pusha T's famous McDonald's jingle. Incredible story behind that. You should just Google Pusha T McDonald's if you want to know about that beef.
Can I also say I feel like Grimace obviously has the funniest name. Ronald McDonald is by far the most cursed of the McDonald's mascots.
No, the living Happy Meal box with the creepy human eyes is the most terrifying.
Okay, fair.
You're just scared of clowns, man. It's okay.
I'm not afraid of clowns. It's just it's that he doesn't look enough like a clown. He just looks like a guy, you know? You have to go full clown or not at all. I don't like the uncanny clown.
I can't imagine how they could have him more clown.
Big shoes, like a big like thing on his red nose. I need him to look less human.
I still love the fact that that in Japan they had a Famicom game called Donald Land where you play as Ronald McDonald, which is pretty great.
I've played that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know how all of the McDonald's mascots represent different menu items? Like there's the Fry Kids and there's the Hamburglar. What do you think Grimace is? Don't look it up.
Isn't he a chicken nugget?
You would think. You would think. It's not.
No, he's a milkshake. Milkshake?
No.
Is he just I think he's just a creature. Is he just the creature?
Yeah. No, yeah, he's the creature they keep in the back.
He gives birth to like burgers or something. I don't know.
I'm going to put this Business Insider link in the chat. Feel free to read it to the audience.
A taste bud?
Okay.
I like that. Do we eat him or?
But the question is, what? Like, wait, which item on the McDonald's menu is the taste buds? I don't get that. You know, I'm gonna order some taste buds on the taste bud Happy Meal.
Is Grimace just hanging out in this friend group trying to lick all his friends?
Yeah,
So there's always one guy in the crew who's trying to lick everybody.
if you don't have one, then pull your tongue back in, because it's you.
All right, here's Ronald McDonald. Big shoes, big hair, red nose. I think you're just scared of clowns.
Yeah, but he's dressed just like a guy. He's just wearing like a blazer. I don't know.
Okay, we're 25 minutes into this recording. I'm going to have to either cut the pickle juice talk or the McDonald's juice talk.
Oh, McDonald's juice?
All right, let's get going. Here we are.
Let's go.
Pussy 2 is in front of us.
You walk into the reliquary. There's a whistling noise from the other side of this chamber, where presumably there is a door if the pattern holds. But between you and the sound, there is a big pit filled with colorful balls. Red, yellow, blue, green, each about the size of a fist.
Juniper doesn't hesitate and just jumps right in.
I have Peter's head on my head still, and I can feel something coming. And I'm like, I gotta get over there. This dead head wants me over there, and I just start going for it. I'm in the ball pit.
I want Little Boy Jess is gonna like do like a jump and like die, like do like a I don't know what you call different types of dives. He's gonna do the dive where you like jump up and you like go in like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there pee in the ball pit? There's always pee in the ball pit.
It sounds like we're doing acrobatics to jump.
Sure.
Let's see how many flips this train does on the way in.
17.
24.
12.
Botch.
Oh no.
Look, I'm missing a foot. I fumbled the leap.
Juniper does what we're calling the TwitchCon special.
Oh,
That
no.
reference will...
I was debating doing it, and I was like, no, I'll hold it back. It's probably in poor taste.
It's going to be like 8 months before the audience hears this. They won't remember. Juniper, you disappear into the balls from everyone else's perspective. You just sink like a stone you disappear and are gone. The rest of the group succeeds. 24 and 17 especially good. You get across this ball pit. You basically jump and swim and use your incredible athletics here. Treyan specifically 24. I imagine you're just running across the balls like a Jesus lizard over water.
Yep. And anytime he's sinking down, he just sort of like somehow jumps up and does a flip and somehow lands softly on the balls and keeps running, despite the fact that makes no sense from a physics standpoint. But I just realized, I think monks can like run across water anyways as a thing. So
pretty sick.
Yeah.
Juniper, I think the consequence for this is, can you read me your inventory? I think you might lose something in the ball pit. It's just how it goes sometimes when you get caught
losing something of yours in the ball pit at McDonald's is like a core memory in me.
Oh no.
What items do I possess? There was that rod we used for making all the things digivolve so we could go fast, but I think that's been spent.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my nice new ladybug shield. I've got my electric ring. What do I have? Do I have anything else? I got my rake. I think those are the main items I have. Oh, I have my severed foot that I get advantage on intimidation if I throw it at someone.
I don't want you to lose the foot. I think what's most interesting is losing the rake, because it's not magic or anything. It's just a regular rake, but it was your melee weapon for...
How will I do gardening without it, Austin? How will I do gardening?
Well, I mean, that's the tragedy, isn't it? You'll have to figure something else out.
Yeah. Okay, well, I hope there's a weapon in here now, because that rake's gone forever. I could use locate items. I think I have some kind of location spells. It's gone forever. There's no finding something you've lost in the ball pit.
I'm glad you agree, yeah.
I have been to a night out, like a nightclub event that had a ball pit, and there is always the thing at about 6 a.m. where there is the line of people who are like, okay, at some point in the night I lost something in the ball pit and it's time for everyone to go home. can I go back in and look for my things?
Well, speaking of a new weapon, as you crawl out of the ball pit, defeated and humiliated, you see everyone else is already gathered in front of the item here in the reliquary, which is a sword with a hole in the pommel through which wind is blowing and making this whistling noise. Mari, did you want to describe P2, the sword, again to everybody?
Yes, it's a beautiful iridescent blade, and like when the light hits it, it like reflects rainbow because that's cool. And the handle is a pearly pink, and it's shiny and pretty. And then it goes down, and the two labia blades split apart and then come back together. And at the top of the oval-like hole, there is a beautiful glistening diamond that changes color based on the holder's mood. And when the scene goes through, it's a beautiful song of a beautiful woman's voice singing pussy over and over.
Okay, that might be artistic license, because I don't know who's going to be stuck with the sword. But
I look, Juniper would not be scared off that sword by it quietly singing pussy. At this point, that is far from the scariest thing that's happened up here.
So, like, every time you swing it, it sings the word pussy.
All right, so this sword is in front of you. It is blade down into the ground, and you see that the plastic here, all the different colors and stuff, also has like wires running through it up into like what are big screens at the back of the chamber. I guess you don't really know what a screen is in a medieval sense, but you understand that these gods came from pre-apocalyptic technology. So I will say there's other stuff going on here. What do you do?
I know I've had like a good share of the magic weapons that have come out of these places, but I lost my rake in the ball pit. Can I have the pussy sword?
Treyan will just sort of shrug and say, "It's fine by me. I don't think I have gotten any of the items from any of these places, but it's not like it's much use to me, so yeah."
I want the pussy sword. It came from my heart.
Look, there is no world in which I have the right to argue against that. You do have a divine right to the pussy sword, but I got nothing to hit anything with it anymore.
Sounds... How about we leave it up to some sort of chance? I like it when it's up to chance somehow, in some way.
No, it's your sword.
No, the sword has to choose its wielder. Am I even worthy?
Juniper goes back to the ball pit and starts just like using her hands to just start digging in the hopes.
I would like to roll for worthiness. Yeah, let's both roll for worthiness.
While that's happening, Treyan sees like Juniper go to the ball pit and will walk over and just offer to dive in and try to find the rake and do a little swim in the ball pit.
Oh no, don't. You will lose things too, Treyan. Don't. It is a lost cause.
We're gonna start doing staph infection rolls if you go back into the pulpit.
Austin, can I have the rake back if I roll successfully on a D1000 or something? Like what's the roll I have to do to get the rake back?
I would like to roll for worthiness between me and Juniper.
I don't know what a worthiness roll is for a pussy sword.
I don't know. It just seems like it's clearly a sword in the stone situation. And we have to go up and see if we're worthy of pussy too.
Well, here's what I say. You just go and attempt to pull it and see what happens.
I'm going to attempt and see if I'm worthy of pussy too. All right, is everyone cool with that?
I'm cool with it.
All right, Piccolo steps up to pussy 2 and looks at it dramatically, hearing its sweet pussy song. Clasps his branches around it and pulls up. What happens?
What would be like? Yeah, what would denote worthiness to wield pussy? Would it like sleight of hand or?
Look. I feel like sleight of hand is the roll you do to see whether you can wield pussy.
Yeah, that would track there. Yes.
All right. All right. I'm so scared. 7. Ugh, I'm not worthy.
No, your technique is sloppy. You're too rough. It's
Oh no.
I didn't warm
this-
it up at all.
Is this my time?
Yes, it's your time.
Can I try rolling sleight of hand?
Do it.
Piccolo, you try to pull the sword, and it instead of coming out easily, you seem to trigger some mechanism. The floor lights up, something crackles behind you, and the big screen comes on at the other side of the chamber, and you see a robot man appear on the screen here. You've seen a number of these holograms in the reliquaries before. Party. I guess Piccolo hasn't seen many of them, or any.
Hey, you a crystal boy? You got a crystal in there?
The large Warforged does not address you because it is a pre-recorded segment, as the figure addresses the group and says, "Hello, it's me, God of the Future.
Hello.
I feel somewhere within me that someone is saying hi, so I'm going to say hi back. Hello. I'm H3S T3R. You probably know my work. Hopefully my legend lives on. You are currently standing in the city of the future. This is where the innovation of tomorrow will take place. Efficiency and progress is inevitable.
Oh no.
And I hope you are first in line to reap all the benefits."
I mean, it's very clear that this is the Tomb of the Future because Pussy 2 is here, so, like, I don't know how this could be anything other than innovation and progress.
We're at Epcot, aren't we? This is just Epcot, isn't it?
The Warforged says, "I get a feeling like someone's agreeing with me, and I appreciate that." So, obviously, you are in the presence of P2, the most beautiful sword ever forged. You should be honored, and I really hope that you will be worthy of its majesty and power.
During this speech, Juniper is going to attempt to remove Pussy 2.
Okay.
Are you worthy?
8.
No.
Slightly more worthy.
All right, is there a second worthiness test? Like some sort of poetry where we, like, serenade it? Like, oh, Pussy 2, how your curves delight my eyes.
Little boy Justice is gonna try.
Do not touch Pussy 2! Little boy Justice! I will not have a cop touch it!
Well, what if Treyan touched it?
That's
you
fine.
know. Okay.
Well,
Okay,
you're not a cop and I don't know you yet. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Treyan just sort of like looks befuddled, and while this is going, we'll just roll a nat 20.
Oh my god!
Oh no. This is a travesty. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh my god, a
the-
little stream of water comes out of this sword.
Austin, I don't think I've ever been so upset by a roll. Congratulations. Congrats, Skitch. Congrats.
I don't even know what to say. Treyan, an ace legend, somehow draws Pussy 2.
Ace.
Maybe Pussy 2 feels safe, you know?
I guess I was gonna.
Maybe Pussy 2 just wanted to be Pussy 2. It doesn't have to be a thing, you know?
Look, we just clearly wanted it too much.
It was off-putting, yeah.
Yeah. Pussy 2 just wants to be a sword, not, you know, anything else.
Yeah, you don't want you can't put that Pussy 2 up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah, exactly.
we just couldn't be chill about this.
This is the most.
We learned our lesson.
I think this is the most cursed crit I've rolled in the entirety of my tenure in Dice Funk. Even more so than that incident in season 2 where I murdered somebody by accident.
I don't know what to say. I could never in a million years have predicted that's how that was going to work. But I guess you can wield it as a monk weapon, and it will be...
It's that meme, me and the bad bitch I pulled by rolling a nat 20.
So P2's effects are it is a +1 weapon, which is just a straight upgrade to your monk stuff. But in addition, when you do damage with it, you can spend the damage to heal the party. For example, if you hit for 20 damage, you can instead hit for 10 damage and send 10 points of healing to someone else, as the whistle rejuvenates them, and they feel the warmth, and they feel a pleasant sensation of being in the presence of the sword.
Is Treyan our biggest DPS? Because if so, you might be mechanically the best person to wield this.
Treyan, if he's kind of playing his cards right, can hit up to 4 times for a bunch of damage. So
yeah.
I love just Treyan being completely confused by all this, just like not even getting what the deal is, just sort of draws it out without even trying, and then just the abject horror of the situation settling in.
You take good care of that sword.
I mean, if you really wanted Juniper, it's not that big of a deal for me, but you know.
Is that how worthiness tests work? You can pass the worthiness test and then go, cool, I'm handing it off.
In the background, the god of the future, this robot person, or warforged in the parlance of D&D, finishes their speech and is saying that, to become worthy of the sword, maybe try making it a mixtape, take it out for drinks or something, and then Treyan is already just swinging the sword around and the video just turns off.
I shouldn't have rushed to try and pull the sword. I should have waited for the instructions.
See, that's part of the thing. It's like you can't be excited.
Yeah,
you have to warm her up.
That's part of the thing. I was too eager. I just went right in there and wasn't good.
Here's the thing: Pussy 2 didn't want to be sexualized. She's with who she feels safe with. That's what matters.
I also like to think that Treyan's little pet buddies just are like hopping around him while the sword is being swung around. Just
hell yeah.
If Juniper's just in the background, like, if anyone sees a new rake up here in this untouched world where people don't have manufacturing yet, if anyone sees a rake, let me know.
I think Gale gives you a little nudge and says, "Babe, you can open the sky and call down lightning. I think you'll be fine. I think."
Yeah, but
lightning beats sword, hon.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about the combat. I just want to be able to till the soil ready to plant carrots. And, like, not even for me. They're not for me. I don't like carrots, but they're very nutritiously valuable for everyone else, and I want to set up a little garden.
Willboy Justice is gonna, like, sidle up to Juniper in, like, very hushed tones, because, no one else can know his, like, secret identity, but, I'm actually, a gardener, and I don't have a rake. I'm not very good at gardening, but you can just do it without a rake. It's fine.
As you say that, a door opens on the far side of the chamber. You've done this a number of times now. You know what's ahead. Gale seems excited.
Gale, is it? I take it you don't have, some god parts in you yet, huh?
No, we weren't taking them at first. It seemed gross and weird, but then it seemed like it was worth it. Everyone was getting super powerful, and we were just trying to do research. So if it doesn't hurt, I guess I want to try.
I mean, it hasn't made me gross, has it? I'm still good.
She pokes your little tummy like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah,
it's just very cute.
As you're having this conversation, you hear voices at the entrance of the reliquary as Walter the Triton and Buddy the Dryad show up, and you hear them hitching up their animals and coming inside. They're like, "Hello, is it inside? Yes, anyone? We are coming in. Do not shoot."
Hey, hon, if you want to get one of those bits of body, like now's your time. You should probably do that before they come in.
Willboy Justice is like, Tomb Raiders. They're coming to steal it. Quick, go inside and eat the body part that's in there. The ancient body part from the god. I'll hold off these scoundrels.
Gail just shakes her head at you and says, "Those are my friends. We're the first research team. It's all good. If anything, we should get everyone caught up. Juniper already knows them, but Treyan and little boy Justice, Walter and Buddy, just like gesturing at everybody, getting caught up. Walter easily swims across the ball pit, but I think Buddy has to do a vine whip and like throws it over to you, Juniper, and says, "Can you just pull me across? I don't want to lose all my stuff."
Oh yeah, it would be a real travesty to lose all your stuff, wouldn't it?
So, does anyone recognize Little Boy Justice?
At the deception biome, Gail did say, "Aren't you the gardener?" Because she's the one who went to Calthinian. But I guess she doesn't recognize your disguise, and the other two didn't go to Calthinian, so they would not recognize you.
Okay.
Yeah, Juniper does help them over, but as doing so goes, "Hey, you wouldn't happen to have brought a rake up here, would you?"
Buddy like scoffs. It's like, what do I need a rake for? Plants are lame. I got bits and bridles, saddles and spurs. I got the little eye shields. I got all kinds of little.
Look, of course you would think that plants are lame. You never had a rake. You wouldn't understand. You gotta get a rake and start raking, and then you'll get it.
It's a gateway drug to plant supremacy. Just gotta get out there and start raking.
Little Boy Justice is just gonna say to Gail, "We've never met."
Okay. Gail looks dubious. Your voice is familiar, but shrugs and starts moving into the next chamber. Buddy looks you right in the eye, Juniper, and says, "It's time to grow up. Plants are lame. Move on."
Hey,
and she then follows after Gail.
Camera points to Piccolo like, what?
Yeah, no, Juniper's here. Like, don't you say that. One of my best friends is plant friend over there. Hey, no.
I love poop.
Buddy looks at you, Piccolo, and is just like disgusted. It just like makes a face like, I guess like you eat poop, which you do. So actually that checks out.
I look at him like I'm disgusted by him because he eats fruit.
Hey, I maybe have plant babies growing in me. Be chill.
A lot of information there. Walter's enthusiastic to meet you all, though. Just immediately tries to shake hands with Treyan and Piccolo.
Hey, do you want to eat my cherry babies? When you poop them, it's like you're gonna have babies.
No, thank you. I am strict pescatarian, but I appreciate offer. It is very thoughtful.
In my training, I learned that sometimes you'll have to eat your fellow companions to survive.
Treyan will shake Walter's hand eagerly with a nice, just a casual grin, just like, "Nice to meet you."
Oh no, what are all these? This medal and this tiara and this little certificate? 3rd place. I am so sorry. Is you have left old world in shame? Your family has, how you say, kicked you out?
Not my family, but those in charge. To be fully honest, I'm honestly pretty happy to have these. I mean, it's better than not winning anything, right?
No, terribly embarrassing. Disown, that was the word I was looking for. Obviously, you were disowned for failure. I do not judge. I'm sure everyone else, yes, I am looking at them, I see their faces. They hate you, but I do not hate you.
Juniper looks to Gail and just whispers, "Your friends are jerks sometimes."
Walter goes into their pack and starts pulling out gold trophies and gold medals and gold certificates, and it's like, you see, when you are the best, it really...
See what I mean? See what I mean? He's doing it right now, right?
It is really, everyone looks at you different. It is very nice. Maybe I let you borrow, and we can, you can walk your head held high and not feel terrible shame, always.
Wait, can Little Boy Justice try and, sleight of hand sneak some, gold medals and stuff into Treyan's, bag or whatever?
I mean, Treyan's just gonna, tilt his head a bit and just sort of be like, but I mean, I don't feel any shame.
I roll a 19 for sleight of hand. Can that mean I like sneak a bunch of like golden gold medals into Treyan's bag?
With a 12, you can get one thing.
No, I was 12, and Little Boy Dress is 19.
Ah.
With my 12, Dodo sit on top of me and poop on Walter?
Sure, we can have this whole physical comedy situation here.
I mean, like Treyan will just be like, I mean, if you want, we can like spar or something. If you want to just like test the waters out or something. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with what I have.
Yeah, Walter. What if Treyan was living in a world where things were a lot more difficult, so Treyan's third place is more valuable than your first place? And then poop falls on Walter.
I do just want to remind everyone we're in a big race. We're in a race where like people are trying to get to a finish line faster than anyone else. Gale, if you want to go get the thing from in there, we should probably all start moving.
Yeah, Gale and Buddy actually walked away a bit ago, so I'm having them go up into the chamber. In fact, I think when you turn, you're saying, "Hey, I think we're in a race. Maybe we should stop, doing this little petty thing." You hear a shout from deeper into the reliquary, and the sound of something heavy landing on the ground, like a thud.
Not a normal expected shout, a bad shout.
Yes.
Okay, Juniper's gonna start running that way. Run toward the shouting.
I run over there, but faster, because I'm fast.
All right, everyone runs down the plastic corridor towards the room with the coffin in it. The sound you heard was the lid of the what's the word I'm looking for?
The lid of the sarcophagus? Coffin?
Yes, the sarcophagus.
Tupperware?
Hitting the ground. Tupperware?
Yeah.
What?
Tupperware is made out of plastic and stuff.
Oh my God! What if it is just a big Tupperware? That's funny.
That's great. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
There's a big Tupperware, and you see instead of a squishy, fleshy body part like a lot of the gods you've seen, this was the god of the future, a warforged or a robot person. And so what was inside the Tupperware was a bunch of gears and wires, which have lashed out and buried themselves in Gale and Buddy. And as you run into the room, I think because it's their party members, Walter leaps ahead and then also gets tangled in the wires and gears.
Are they getting Akirad?
Are they? They're getting Akirad, yeah. Roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. My romantic interest is part of a flesh robot tangle. This is a bad time. I don't like
We're really good.
Okay. Yeah. 10 for Treyan, unfortunately.
21.
16.
You're up first with the 21, Piccolo, so run into the room.
I rage up, all right? Mm-hmm. Because we're just starting to fight. There's no talking our way out of Gears doing a Tetsuo.
Correct. You've seen a number of different responses from the body parts. Sometimes they're inert, sometimes they're nice, sometimes they are mean. These ones seem to be rejecting your fleshy friends. It was apparently expecting a robot. If you'll recall, opening the door of the reliquary required you to be mechanical, and you are not. And so they seem to have taken exception to that.
All right. I rage up, all right, which gives me +2 to some stuff. And I go in. Can I just do both hits at once? See which ones. 13, 17.
Ooh, boy. 17 hits.
All right.
Try and hit the bits that aren't bird.
You're right. I'm going to try my best to hit not bird bits. 12.
All right. You slash a wire, severing it cleanly, and it flops onto the ground. You see that the gears and the wires and the various pistons and springs inside of the Tupperware have kind of pushed into the skin of the first research team and is like puppeting them. The wires are very much like marionette strings, and they are basically being forced to attack you. But you can clearly damage these mechanisms. and it is Little Boy Justice's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my short sword attacks. And 27.
That's a crit.
That's a crit.
Wow.
All right, and Hammer of the Boop as well. Presumably, it's a +1 weapon. So
That's that and so that's 12 plus 4 is 16.
I'm trying something new. I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery. So I'm using primal magic to make my teeth and fingernails sharpen, and start producing acid to try and acid through these mechanical contraptions and get them off.
yeah, Primal Savagery from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. It is a cantrip on self. You channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen. Make a melee spell attack. On a hit, target takes 1d10 acid damage. That's pretty good.
2d10 because I've reached 5th level.
Oh, balls. That's...
Yeah.
I don't love the name of this attack, but it's
the name's
pretty sick.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick attack with a name.
Yeah.
10's probably not going to hit, is it?
Unfortunately, that's not going to hit, no.
No, I don't have proficiency with my fancy hands. I don't want to use lightning. I don't want to hurt. I want to use something more targeted. I would use the rake, but it's gone.
I mean, with a 4 in that roll, I don't think you would have even hit with the rake. The rake was just a
I know. I don't want to go throwing around my big lightning cloud, and my other stuff is missing.
Your teeth and nails sharpen, and you leap forward, and the mass of robot parts, pushes a spring into your body and sends you flipping back harmlessly. And now it is the enemy's turn. So the first thing that happens is Buddy pulls out the iron rod from the death biome that you gave them, if you'll recall.
Yeah, I remember this.
And when he raises it up, it bursts into rainbow flames, which was something you established about this item. I believe it was that was a Zana prestidigitation.
If we survive this, I'm having that back. It's mine.
13.
Is that against me?
Correct.
Oh, that doesn't meet my AC.
All right, so you get bounced back by this spring, and then this flaming iron rod comes down on you, and you parry it easily with the ladybug shield.
You have the audacity to try and attack me with the weapon I gave you? No. I am the expert, you are the student, no.
Next up, Walter hefts a huge anchor. Treyan, I think maybe it just strikes you now that you've seen an image of this anchor before engraved into the door in the Sea Temple where you first fought the Aboleth.
Yep.
And Walter brings it down on your head. 15.
Okay, if you increased it by 5, you might have hit me, but 15 is not going to do it.
Oh, now you're just stunting. Is that a P2 move where you just easily deflect that?
We could say that, yeah, like Treyan is still like holding P2, and then like the anchor comes down and he literally just deflects it with the sword that is much lighter by comparison, as if the anchor weighs nothing. All
right. You're already sick with the blade, and then Gale the Harpy shreds on the guitar, just doing some Dave Mustaine shit. Everyone, Constitution saving throw as the thunder damage rolls through the room, tearing up the floor in like a blast radius.
17.
24.
16.
It's only a 10 for Treyan, so he's probably taking some damage.
12 damage to Treyan. Everyone else takes 6 as plastic debris hits you, somewhat limply. But Treyan is in the blast zone for the explosion and takes the most damage. And it is your turn, Treyan.
That was thunder damage, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. All right, Treyan just sort of braces after that, grits his teeth some, and then just sort of like instinctively dives in to try to cut away at the metal with P2. Now, question for you, Austin. Is it okay for me to extend the elemental components of the Draconic Strike to attacks with P2 in this case?
Yep. That's
Sweet.
part of your monk thing, is you're doing your monk stuff, monking.
Yep. So he's doing capoeira, but with a sword. So this is a fun aesthetic here. So first attack. That's a botch, unfortunately, to start things off. No, actually, no, is it a botch?
It's not red.
No, it's 2. Yeah, it's a 2. So it's not a botch. I can't tell. I'm colorblind, so I just listen. So his first attack is unfortunately a miss. Second attack is a 15.
Nope, that does not hit.
Does that? Nope. Cool. Treyan will burn a key point to do flurry of blows and just keep on swinging. There's a crit on that one there.
There we go.
All right. So with that, this is going to be acid damage, and Treyan is going to just immediately invoke the damage splitting function here. So, oh, good gosh. The damage there is so total damage. So that's going to be 11 damage. So split in half. So it's going to be 5 acid damage to the target. Then how many people get the healing for the 5 hit points there?
You can give some of the damage to one person.
Oh, I've only taken 6 damage. I'm at 53. Like, you're cool if you want to heal someone, but I'm healthy.
What are you at? What are you at there, little boy Justice?
I'm at 38.
All right, so yeah, you'll get 5 hit points, and then the other 5 goes on the enemy there, and then 1. Oh, and also, stunning strike.
This body part is immune to being stunned.
I'll burn the key anyways in the effort there, and then do the last attack. 17.
That hits.
All right, so that damage is 12. So Treyan does a total of 17 acid damage to the machine bits, and heals little boy Justice 4/5.
All right, at the end of the order, layer action, as the room you're in has been structurally damaged by Gale's shatter attack, and sparks are shooting up from severed power lines in the floor, and bits of plastic are falling from the ceiling. Everyone, dexterity save.
7.
That is 16.
Ooh, 8.
9.
The exact opposite of the last result. This time, everyone fails but Treyan. Everyone takes 11, except for Treyan, who takes 5.
Actually, I take 0 because I have evasion as a level 7 monk.
Ooh.
When I'm subjected to an effect that makes a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you take no damage if you succeed and only half damage if you fail. So,
All right.
Fancy.
A big chunk of plastic is falling towards you. You just slice it in half with P2, and it falls uselessly to the ground, while your other party members are hit by stray sparks painfully, and we are back to Piccolo.
These are to hit. 23 and 28.
Oh, Christ. It's axe time. Those both hit.
13, 12. Great. Why can't I roll well?
I mean, 25 damage ain't nothing to sneeze at.
yeah.
We're at Little Boy Justice.
Yeah. So okay. So I've got I'm gonna use my I'm gonna do two short sword attacks. First one is with the sort of the hammer of the boot, and it's 19. So with +1, so that's 20.
Definitely hits.
And 6 plus Hunter's Mark is 7.
All right. You start attacking the gears and the pistons with the hammer of the boop and your big anime sword, and you're just, stripping gears and pulling out anything that looks important. And there's definitely some structural damage. The body part shakes and quivers and starts coming apart. And it's Juniper's turn.
Okay. I have an idea. Famously, the way that all the best sentences begin. Juniper would like to attempt to place her electric immunity ring on Gale. With the intention here being to then do big lightning damage and Gale be okay.
Oh my gosh, Laura, your brain. You're floating around like MODOK.
I'm having a moment here, but is there mechanically a way you can allow me to do this, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good, juicy moment. I mean, you're putting a ring on your girlfriend's finger and then shooting her with lightning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sick.
It's pretty hot. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm putting the electric immunity ring on Gale in the mass of bodies and wires.
Mm-hmm.
So just pulling out the cool lightning quickly.
Oh, and then we have to dex save, I assume.
Yeah, so yes, I'm gonna cool lightning, which I believe, is a dex save.
All right, I rolled a 10. That's going to fail as you light this amalgamation of body part and metal up.
That's 20 damage. But Gale's okay.
Yep. The first research team doesn't take damage, but you just completely destroy.
Thank you for being nice and extending that to the whole team. In my head, I was just expecting the rest of the research team to get electrocuted and Gale be alright. That's nice of you.
I think you concentrate the lightning on her, right? So it's like it shoots down the wires connected to her and just like obliterates a bunch of them. But I'm really lingering on the image of you putting the ring on her. She's looking at you. She tries to say something but can't because there's a fucking gear like sticking out of her neck.
Don't worry. Look, let me put a ring on you and electrocute you. It's gonna be fine. This is what love looks like.
Absolutely. We are now at research team's turn. Everybody constitution save as Gale pulls back and the guitar wails again as she tries to pull free of the last couple wires.
This is totally metal.
Got an 8.
16.
11.
I saw Cybertronics last weekend.
8.
Only Piccolo saves and takes 6 damage. Everyone else takes 12. This time half of the roof just caves in. And all of that, like all of you are hit by, shrapnel and debris. But it looks like Gale's almost free. I'll give you that. There's like one sprocket, holding her to the mass. Walter is going to take another swing at you, Treyan, with the big anchor.
That will hit.
18 damage, a really good roll there, as you get clocked with this huge piece of metal this time, unable to parry it. And we are going to see... this time Treyan, because Juniper is over by Gale, Buddy's going to swing the flaming iron rod at you. 13's going to miss. Little boy Justice easily, stops that with the hammer of the boop. And we are at Treyan. Treyan, there's very little connecting the first research team to the mass now.
All right. Treyan's at 10 hit points, but he's just going to kind of force through it, and then because of the lightning ring shenanigans that Juniper applied, all these attacks will be for lightning damage. Then first attack, 24.
That hits.
That'll be 7 lightning damage. Second attack, 26, I think it is.
All right, yeah, so you're going to paint me a picture. Mathematically, you have won.
Yeah, so basically, as Treyan sees Juniper's little gambit there and sees the lightning just surge harmlessly through Gale and into the machine, he changes his tactic from the acid approach to lightning, and he does an initial slash at the mechanical bits grasping onto Walter before he braces low and literally backflips over the trio being held and slashes the sword straight across, severing its hold on the research team before landing on the other side gracefully, though he is definitely a bit winded from being beat the fuck up over the past bit there.
Yeah, you were pretty low on health, but the great thing about dice in storytelling is never in a million years would I have scripted it for you to get this sword and then finish the fight with it. But it's beautiful, especially coming off the heels of Juniper's powerful girlfriend move. So sometimes it just writes itself.
And then like he sort of like and then if the machine sort of retreats into the Tupperware, he tries to push the lid back on and lock it tight, to keep it fresh for the future,
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like wrecked, destroyed, but I don't think it's dead. And I think you can put it back and lock it in for some Warforged or other mechanical person who could still inherit it. It is just incompatible with organic beings.
Did you burp the Tupperware?
Of course.
Okay, good.
That way it won't spoil. You got to make sure to keep no excess air.
Yes, agree completely.
Mm-hmm.
Juniper's going to look up at the first research team and go, for the record, I definitely knew that all of you were going to be safe from the electricity.
I think Buddy says, did I knock something loose with the iron rod? Why would you think that would work?
Because I am a super smart genius and I know what I'm doing. I've not died up here yet. That's got to count for something.
Like midway through that sentence, Gale just fully glomps you out of frame of the camera. And Walter turns to you, Treyan, and says, wow, I cannot believe you won. This must be a new experience for you.
I mean, you do realize that in a double elimination tournament that the third place is determined by a match between third and fourth place. Therefore, the last match I'm always in every tournament, I win.
That is a lot of words to explain why you have not taken the gold. I respect the mental gymnastics. You must have built those muscles up very well.
Hey, Walter, I'm going to be rude with you, man. Do you know that you're being rude?
What? No, we are competitors. This is how we talk. This is how you say locker room banter.
Maybe your locker room has been a little toxic.
No, Zana assured me this was a normal way to talk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about Zana through this guy right here on my head.
By the way, nice anchor you got there, Walter.
Thank you. Would you like to hold her? Her name is Sweetness.
The way you said that, I really thought there was going to be some did your mom make it for you type thing.
No thanks. I'm fine with what I have here. As Strange just sort of takes a look at P2 again, still confused about what the big deal is, but just happy that he's able to wield it.
We need you to appreciate what you have, Trey, and we need you to appreciate
this is the main challenge, getting the ace himbo to understand the significance of having P2 here.
Look, I feel like a himbo is the exact perfect person to recognize what they've got with P2.
I was talking to Quinn. I was either on the credits or on Weekly Manga Recap about how there's always been at least one ace cast member in every season of Dice Funk until this season when both Quinn and Skitch were off. And I was like, it immediately got so raw and so horny. And I was like, it's really fucking up the chemistry. So now this Skitch is back. It's not all degenerate perverts anymore.
Hey, I am the high class kind of pervert, I'll have you know. No degeneracy here.
You keep the pinky out while you're doing your business.
I mean, you would know whether or not that's the case if I'd been able to wield pussy too, but...
Yeah, that's why you couldn't pull it from the stone. You didn't have the pinky out.
Or maybe that was the problem.
All right. I think everyone is bantering and doing their thing as you leave the reliquary. Everyone's successful. We can short rest and heal up. You can paint a picture of that or the conversations you're having. It's funny because Walter has been extremely nice this entire campaign, but it's just the one thing about Treyan. It's just the one thing that I think Walter doesn't respect. Or it's not even disrespect. It's just that Zana has poisoned their competitive spirit in this way.
No, Walter used to be a good sport. Now they're kind of a bad sport, but they don't know it.
Yeah. It's funny because you played Zana at the beginning, and I had everyone assigned a rival, so I figured it would be Zana and Walter clashing this entire season, and then you ejected from that player character like 10 episodes in.
I'm
So
Cloud
now,
Atlasing my way through this campaign.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting. It's just the curveball you've thrown me, I think, means that now Walter's rival energy is getting redirected to Treyan.
Wait, I think, can Lowboy Justice try and step in and talk some sense into Walter about, as now a champion, he's gonna be like,
that fiend Zon has confused you. A real champion is only competitive against the forces of evil.
Yes, I am aware that Zona is compromised in some respects. She did steal my blood to summon a new demon. I do not know if you have met this fiend.
That sounds like a big breach of boundaries. How did that make you feel?
Quite bad. I thought Zona and I were best friends, but apparently I am kind of like a sack of blood for demon summoning. So, not ideal.
Oh, you don't have to hang out with people who steal your blood.
yeah.
If someone only wants to be hang out with you to steal your blood, they were never your friend to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. You should hang out with people who don't steal your blood, if that's what you want.
Gale looks around excitedly and says, "Oh my god, are we combining the research teams?"
I think that would be a good idea, because that's additional people to help us not die. Also, that means that my old weapon is back in the team, and that means it's closer to being mine again.
Buddy spins the iron rod and doing like a rainbow flourish of fire and says, "Come take it."
Hey, I had an amazing idea to get you not all electrocuted. You're no longer touching the person wearing the ring. So if that cloud I haven't dispelled yet, it could zap you. I could take that.
All right. Easy. We're trying to get along. We're trying to have friends. Friends don't attack, and they don't steal blood. We're gonna be cool.
I don't have a rake anymore.
We're gonna get you a rake.
Okay.
I'm gonna find us some bones, and you can have a nice bone rake. We're just gonna chill.
You're all exiting the reliquary as you say this, and as you start talking about bones, you hear a snorting noise, and Buddy's bond animal, the swag tusk, turns the corner and like looks around as if you have brought it bone treats. It's just like a big rhinoceros dog.
I do have bones. I've asked several times as we've killed things for some bones. Can I give Buddy a bone?
In fact, you are carrying, not you specifically, but the group is carrying a coffin full of bones. This was the body part from the biome of the past, the previous one. So I think if you go into your bone stash, the first research team sees that you have that. And Buddy says, "Oh, you were holding out on us. You had a body part the whole time. Cool. The great first step for the partnership between the research teams."
I think you're being a little aggressive because we didn't even have a chance to talk about that yet, and you're accusing us of things we haven't done. We were going to give a little bit of bone to your guy, but now I don't even know.
I was going to use them to revive Master Vimble.
Okay, we weren't going to do that. That's a lie. I don't know why the little boy keeps saying.
I'm open to your team having the bones. Do you have a vehicle that can get us toward the end of the world really fast? That would be really good. That could be something you could bring to the partnership.
Or a way to revive Master Vimble.
You ask that question as everyone gets back to their animals. You see Buddy has arrived on the swag tusk, this large creature that you've seen previously, and Walter is riding a displacer beast, a kind of heavily muscled, six-legged panther creature.
Cool.
Gale just flies. She does not have an animal, and they do not have a vehicle between them. In fact, I think in response to your question, Buddy says, if we're going to catch up to who's ahead of us, I guess Zana and the demon, the squishy fellas, and the cult, we're going to need a way to go faster. We don't have a vehicle. Who has an idea?
Can I build a vehicle with the god bones?
I don't think there's enough bones for a whole vehicle, especially because Korvok and Piccolo are both 8 feet tall brick shit houses. Literally in the previous episode when you were like, oh, Piccolo's 25 feet tall, I was like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Mari, but you can't. You can't.
Austin, can we make an equivalent, like a big enough for this entire party of characters equivalent of, like, you know those like cars for toddlers that are like made of big colorful plastic, but out of all of the play place material?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Just big plastic car, bubble dome windshield.
Oh, wait. Also, I feel like, I don't know if this is like universal. I feel like every McDonald's play place I went to, they always had like a bunch of like game cubes that were just like attached to the thing, like playing like, I think it was like a Sonic game, and like those are going to be the, like, that controller is going to be how we like maneuver the thing.
My idea is we hijacked one drone. What if we hijacked multiple of them and used the drones?
McDonald's play place drone-powered helicopter.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
We make an airship out of the play place and the drones.
Yeah.
So there isn't a drone helicopter role, but as far as like knowing stuff like how that would be designed, I think the closest would be history. Can I get history rolls from everybody?
Oh no, P2, help me please.
7.
1.
Oh no.
Oh, come on, I have a negative modifier, but if there was ever going to be a time to defy it, 8. No, I do not.
We all have negative modifiers. We all have negative modifiers in this group. We're all idiots. Treyan rolls an 8.
7, 1, 8, 8. Not only does the group fail, you fail pretty bad.
What about our new friends? Surely they know how to do this.
I liked the idea. I don't think the idea was bad, but I think we do have to let the dice help us tell the story, and I just don't think you all have the engineering prowess to build helicopters out of found material.
Okay, well, we go back to my previous plan. It's a ground-based vehicle that is pulled by all our animals. It just is made of big plastic.
I think while you're all talking about this, you're comparing notes and like trying to see what the, tensile strength of the material around you is. You turn to the group to say that, Juniper. You say, like, what if the animals pull our carts? And you catch Buddy holding a dodo and giving it googly eyes because it's an endangered animal and he is a zoologist. And, you kind of, it was a little bit awkward because, like, he was, like, genuinely extremely stoked to see a dodo, and you kind of rolled up on that situation.
Hey, don't worry, no judgment here. I got to see a plant that is extinct where, like, its seed is shaped like a heart and it used to be birth control. It's fucking wild. Don't worry, it's cool. I get it.
We saw a bison, which is a big cow.
Buddy says, "Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. We came through there too. That was an auroch."
Oh.
I guess we'll not be excited about having seen a bison then.
Bison are still alive, Buddy says indignantly.
If you like that dodo, check out this one. It's huge. Look at it.
Oh my god! Buddy is freaking out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, psychically bonded to this thing. No thoughts.
That's awesome. What is it thinking right now?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nothing
0?
at all. No, it only exists. Nothing.
That's so zen. Animals are so cool. I wish I could think about nothing.
It's extremely relaxing to touch their mind.
Hey, you know what's really good at thinking about nothing? A lot of plants.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm a dryad. I'm literally made out of plants, and I'm always thinking about cellulose.
I'm not saying all plants. I'm saying some plants. There are some plants that are really good at not thinking about things.
Well, you're a plant? I'm a plant. Oh, dude. That's sick, dude.
I guess. I don't know. Buddy is like trying to be rude to you, Piccolo, but is just so impressed by your dodo, and it's becoming more difficult.
Disagree.
Wait.
Yeah.
Buddy, is that why you're so down on plants all the time? Because it's hard for you to get out of your head?
When the sun is out, I'm thinking about the sun, and it's so hot, and when it's gone, I'm missing it. It fucking sucks, dude. I hate the sun. I mean, I love the sun. You don't understand. You're not a plant.
Juniper is quietly taking notes about this.
It's hard to feel dependent on an outside resource of food. I get it. Yeah.
Exactly. You get okay. Yeah. You're not so bad.
I self-pollinated earlier. And now there's nowhere for people to poop them. This is a lot for me.
Okay. Juniper, your idea, animals getting us to the front of the race. I think that's the only way we're going to win. Zon is on the ham sect. Fortunato is on the Brian. We're not going to be able to catch up unless our animals are fully pimped out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you have some magical way to do that?
I mean, that's what I've been doing the whole time we've been up here, is researching the animals and practicing and learning. And I have some tips and tricks for you all.
Is this all part of your ploy to make me admit that animals are cooler than plants? Because it ain't gonna happen. But I do want to see what you've got. I will admit that they are cool in this context.
Trick is a strong word.
It's just a happy little accident that I'm going to have to admit, your animals are cool.
What we're going to need is a training arc. We need all our animals to get yoked and buff and powerful. But if they can't fly, we're also going to have to learn how to put them away. Like so. And Buddy rests his forehead against the forehead of the swag tusk, and they both close their eyes. And then after a moment, the swag tusk glows, like becomes pure energy, and is absorbed into Buddy's body and is gone.
Holy shit. Cool.
Wait, so is this we absorb them into us, do a training montage as us, and then let them back out and they'll be swole?
But Buddy laughs and says, "No, it's just like you can put them in your soul because you're bound together. It probably works the other way. We haven't really tried it, but if someone's animal can't fly, we'll have to put it away to save weight, and then have everybody get on the animals that can fly."
Oh shit! Wait, I want to try to do it the other way around because Little Boy Justice is massive, and Spider could probably fly. Or at least glide a bit more if he's put away.
If Juniper can get put away in her creature, that's one less thing that has to be carried, and she can fly.
I do it, but my dodo's head is so empty, I get sucked into them. Yeah.
So basically, Buddy is trying to teach you how to be even closer to your animals through a kind of montage here. It's like I can make a man out of you kind of scene in the HBO adaptation. Everybody animal handling to see how that works out.
Oh boy. All right.
Let's find out if I'm swift as a coursing river. Oh, 26!
16!
I rolled
I have force like a great typhoon.
Tran only rolls a 9.
All right, everybody but Treyan can put their animal inside themselves like a Pokeball, or vice versa, which is the exact reference here. It's Pokeball time.
I didn't want to say it.
Yep. I am now just my Sprout. I've popped in the Sprout for a bit.
But we right now know that several of your animals can evolve further, specifically the Sprout. We've seen its evolved form, and probably the Treyan's Archaeopteryx. If you can get those airborne, you can catch up.
I don't know how to. Yeah, so we had an item that came from a card that we were given that allowed us to do the digivolving of our big flying ones, right?
Correct. But that was
okay.
Sprinkles summoned you an item that the card has used its effect. It has gone to the discard pile. You no longer have that item.
Yeah.
But
okay.
But if you crit on doing activities with your animals, they will evolve. Basically,
I got a 19. That's pretty close to a crit.
It is good. But so right now you're all standing outside. Or how about this? First of all, why don't you paint me all a picture of what you're actually doing right now? What does this whole montage look like? Because you're going east from the reliquary. You're walking across this like cement landscape. There are occasional rivers of oil, but not much else to see. Up ahead of you is Laser and the Duma cult, and behind you is Red and Sprinkles and the other new ones. But it doesn't seem like you're going to gain much ground without flying.
Quick question. So we're not making a cart to pull into the sky, right? We're all just gonna fly now?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Building a cart wasn't off the table, but with the very poor roll, there you will simply lose the race if you take that much time. So
Okay.
it was possible, but now it is off the table.
I get sucked into my dodo because they're so unbelievably zenly empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like osmosis. It's just a natural force. I'm in there. Now I am the dodo. We are one.
Can you imagine if sometimes Pikachu put Ash in the Pokeball?
No, they wouldn't do that because Pikachu doesn't go in the Pokeball, so Ash wouldn't either.
Oh, okay.
You pick the one Pokemon that notoriously doesn't go in a Pokeball.
There was a whole episode where Ash tries to catch it, Pikachu smacks the ball back at him, just like, nah, I'm not going in there.
You know who would do it? Charizard. Charizard
Yes.
would put Ash in the Pokeball.
Sam, you were saying?
Yeah, no. So like Little Boy Justice is like kind of scared to do it, but then like Spider is like he's like police horse has like Blue Lives Matter Punisher decals on him and shit, and is like stop resisting, and then like he gets sucked in.
Okay.
I think Treyan's failed efforts to kind of create a deeper bond with the Archaeopteryx is him sort of looking at the little lad, and at times like jumping up with a little bit of the etheric dragon wings to try to coax it into flying up with him, and it will chirp and hop up towards Treyan, but then falls back in the ground and get visibly flustered at not being able to do it, and possibly even thinking that Treyan is almost like mocking it for not being able to fly like he can.
No.
Like it's just he's trying his best, but Treyan just isn't connecting with the little lad right now.
Juniper is going inside the Sprout and trying to learn how to just sort of feel the wind under the wings, to be like, okay, we just coast on the wind, let it sort of work with us and not against us. And is trying to use this as a training technique to hopefully digivolve.
Well, we just rolled animal handling, so I think we're going to need to roll something else in a moment. But before we get there, we're doing this. Everyone is, trying to increase your affinity with your creature. And Walter brings up, if we are going to combine the research teams, what is our goal when we get to Edge of World? What are you all trying to create? If I recall, Zana and Chad Demon are going to make hell. Fortunato is going to make Traitor God block Old World, kind of create no immigration system. The Duma cult is going to make farm, very low expectations there. I do not know what Red wants.
As a native, and the only native here, maybe a world where people can get a little introduction. Maybe I don't want to say if I say re-educate, it's gonna sound awful.
That's rough. Yeah, I do want to say that you have previously talked about, and this was in the last time I edited, trying to make Peter's dream come true. So if we're pivoting away from that, we need to discuss why.
No, I want Peter's dream because I want a hybrid, because it just seems like everybody who comes here doesn't know how to act.
Tutorial. It's a tutorial village.
A rehabilitation area. So for people to recover from whatever it is that's making them act like that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Little Boy Justice is extremely into that because that's like a perfect place for him to fight crime.
No. I mean, there's a lot of pastels and soft couches and therapists.
as I'm imagining it, like just out of character, like I feel like that's like Will Boy just is incredibly down for that, and I don't know, I feel like you could very much
it's
reasonably.
It's a place to recover. The end.
I feel like you could reasonably convince him just to be like, oh yeah, no, and then he'll just be one of the inmates.
No, it's not. It's a place to recover and get better from the traumas of the old world, so you don't bring it to the new world. That.
I've said this before, but to reiterate, we are explicitly creating the setting for a future season of the show. So I need like animals, I need plants, I need like a gimmick. I've portrayed like when we count on my map here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 biomes for you. So kind of the idea that I've put across is like kind of what we're looking for, and it is like anyone on the show is going to have to suffer through it.
I don't know if Juniper has explicitly said this, but I think a part of what Juniper would be going for is an area where plants are able to defend themselves from being harvested, so that there is at least one corner where if people come in and try and just like mow the whole thing down for resources, the plants can go, no, fuck off. We're just chilling.
All right. Yeah. I would say like if there's 4 of you and there's like 4 elements I'm looking for, which is plant, animal, mineral, weather.
Okay, well that's my contribution. Plants are alive. There's self-defense plants.
I want a place for people to recover from whatever shit they're going through, so that they don't, anywhere in the new world, just like, oh man, I need some time to get
Some
better.
type of like gothic asylum.
No! What Peter wanted, but with the direction of therapy.
You're making a biome in which all the future player characters have to play as characters with good mental health.
No, okay. I don't. My original vision was just a place for people to just like take a time to just
I know.
vibe.
I'm being silly.
Yeah, no. I like it. Like it's sort of like is this a word, like police state?
No.
But to put Peter's dream into the frame I'm asking for in order to create a future season of the show, like what if there was like a weather phenomenon where there would be like, instead of a storm front, there would just be like some kind of chemical or pheromone or something that like came through and made everyone chill.
Ooh.
Yeah, just made everyone chill out. It's a chill place to be.
Right,
Like
right,
a vibe
right, yeah.
storm.
Yeah.
That was what comes to mind.
A vibe storm is coming. Yes.
Oh man. See, like part of me is just thinking, like, would it be like instead of hail, it would just be like, it would instead of it being like ice that hails or sleets, whatever, it's like, just nice edibles, just that you could just sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I think I've got a more detailed plant answer. A biome in which Piccolo's plant children that Juniper is currently incubating, ? Could grow and thrive. A biome that Piccolo's species would be native to.
And be guardians of, protect the other plants.
Having the botanist, the tree, and the gardener in the party definitely leading to a pro-plant ecosystem feels right. And I definitely think like a future season where the main like species and peoples are, like treants and, myconids and stuff like that is definitely cool. And I like it a lot.
Sweet. Leshy season, here we go.
Oh, and they can be your trip guide, They're like, here, take this. And they just tell you nice things while you trip.
So if we have vibe storm as weather and we have, plant centric stuff, I still would like animal and mineral, and that can be very flexible, looking at all the other examples we've done this season.
See, my thought with the animal thing is sort of an inverse thing. So we have like trees they're acting like creatures. So what if we had animals that effectively were like imagine like an animal that is effectively like a fruit that onto itself kind of thing.
This is bug snacks. You've bug snacks.
Yes. just make it bug snacks for the creatures. Yes.
I mean, I love bug snacks.
There you go.
Nothing horrifying about bug snacks.
Listen, okay. Are you trying to say the bug snacks has some dystopian undertones? No,
I'm
of course
saying
not.
the exact opposite. It is the least dystopian.
It has utopian overtones.
I'm trying to think if there's been any particular materials we've come across that's been particularly interesting this season, because Juniper's just going to be like, yes, nitrate-rich soil.
Can it be a
This is the soil
hydroponic?
region.
Can it be hydroponics underneath the plants? Like it's all technically floating on nutrient-rich water.
So it's like a waterbed biome kind of thing. Like the entire thing is basically the
like a rice field?
Yeah, it's like a giant waterbed. Like all the plants and like the plant mass is floating on top of this nutrient dense water. Much like at Disney World on my favorite ride, Living with the Land. Where the roots are, I'm a big hydroponics fan. But basically at its most root form, it can be just a mass of plants floating on top of a big mass of nutrient dense water.
I mean, and one option would be that all the mineral. I mean, it'd be weird to say. This is not really good to say. It's like, what if all the minerals are just fossils? I'm like, but that's kind of what the real world is already. So unless there's
that's the gimmick of our world, yeah.
Yeah, like our world is just fossils, and that's it's boring. Maybe they're cool. I was just like,
how about big crystals? Crystals are cool. Big floating crystals.
Yeah, we can tell Little Boy Justice that they're valuable, and therefore, he'll sign off on it.
It's all cubic zirconia. That's all it is. It looks valuable, but it actually isn't.
Oh yeah, all fool's gold, all of it.
I mean, you say hydroponics underwater, floating crystals above. Like, I'm picturing kind of a Skyward Sword situation where there is like a ground, there's a sky, and then there's an underwater. Like, it's kind of a 3-tiered situation. So, this is literally I'm planning DM missions. I'm planning quests already.
Oh, right. So what if the air itself was just like nutrient rich, like it was nutrient. The air itself was nutrient rich, and yeah.
That'd be great for the
mean.
air plants. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Air plants. Oh, sweet.
I just want to see like a tulip just fly past. Little wings.
Oh yeah, there's an actual category of plants called air plants, but I like the way you're it's just plants in the air. I like that.
Yeah, because the air is nutrient dense enough. There's enough, everything else in there. They migrate from like the floating parts, the floating crystals above, and then from like the permeable like waterbed type surface on the bottom there. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Or like their roots can like sort of like make like wings almost, or or they can they can get enough nutrients out of the air by like flying through it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's kind of like how air plants work already. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
They are known as air plants because they are epiphytes, not needing soil for nourishment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading about this. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Air plants are super cool.
They are.
To make it clear, what I mean by the ground being like a waterbed, I don't mean that it's like water. I mean that there is a surface that people can walk on, but it's kind of spongy, and plants can kind of interface through it to get the dense nitrogen-rich gelatin. It's basically like those gel packs they use to pack meals from the different meal delivery services. It's just like full of nitrogen and great for plants. So it's just like that.
I mean, I kind of like what's it called? Skyward Sword level, regular ground level, underwater level, because it just gives us more places to do quests.
Now see,
sure.
I like that a lot, mainly because Skyward Sword is low-key the best Zelda game, and I will hear no disagreement on this.
Jesus, Laura.
Oh, wow.
I'm pulling out the controversial opinions today. Fucking love Skyward Sword. It's fucking great.
Rough.
Yeah, look, I
can't.
say that knowing it's going to be an unpopular opinion. No one ever responds affirmatively to me saying that.
I mean, it's not the worst video game I've ever played, but there are so many good entries in that series. I cannot
I know there
follow
are,
you here.
and that one is great.
Okay.
And I know that no one will ever agree with me, but that's fine.
So while all this is going to be bounced around, Treyan will just pipe up and say, actually, there is, well, one thing that I'd really like if this biome that we create could do.
Yeah?
When I said I wanted a place where, all these expectations were kind of thrown aside, one of those was just how it just seems like so much of this world just kind of wants everyone to just die if they're not fit for it.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that.
So you want a place to speak with the dead or revive the dead?
Yeah.
Both?
No, the latter.
Oh, revive the dead.
Oh, I'm down for
I
that.
feel like we need to put parameters on that because I feel like, hey, everyone who dies in this world just shows back up in our new little corner. That feels like a real dangerous door to open.
It's the respawn point.
I like the idea of a respawn point. I will point out that literally in the episode where Peter died, that episode ended with Mari saying, "Oh, can't we just Dragon Ball Peter back at the end of the world?" And I was like, well, you can't do that. It's not a wish. It's an environment. And then we got off the call and I was like, fuck, you could just make an environment where Dragon Balls grow. I'm owned.
Oh, Sketch. Yes.
Are you
Yep.
wishing back your specific group of friends, or are you like what? Can you be specific about what you want to add to this world? Because
Respawn point.
Respawn point for literally everyone who ever dies.
Respawn point.
Feels short-sighted.
Respawn point for the worthy. No.
Yeah, but then we're getting into police ethics again.
I don't know the details of how it would work, Juniper, but it's not fair what happened to my friends, and it's my fault that what happened to them happened to them. And I just want to do right by them.
I know, and I know it probably seems like I'm being just like a spoilsport for no reason, but just are you just wanting to bring them back, or is this we're rewriting all of how death works thing?
Here's what I'll say as the person who's going to be running the show, is that a gimmick of Dice Funk has always been that we don't use revive magic because it makes the stakes really low if your D&D character can just come back at any time, the way the game is written.
Yeah.
But if there's only one point in the world with revive magic, I think that resource becomes a really fascinating mechanic, kind of like Dragon Balls, or the other thing I was thinking of is like if we do a kind of like organized crime season and we have like people who are like smuggling or trading this resource instead of cocaine too. Because you said cocaine too can't be exploited.
Oh, so are you suggesting like a tree that grows respawn fruit?
That is
sort of thing.
I mean, that's
as opposed to just anyone who dies in this whole world, no matter where they are or why, death just doesn't exist anymore. They pop up in our little corner.
How about a spot where it's like really hard to do the respawn? Like you have to have like 3 friends.
Or I think that there should have to be like a quest you have to do, like, or something to like.
Yeah, you have to bring their whole body. You have to have 3 friends. Like,
we should do Killer 7 rules. There's an entity that's the cleaner that kind of finds where the pieces are. Then they have to tap the A button fast enough to rebuild the health meter, and then they respawn. Yeah, there you go.
Also, Dark Justice did die to save Treyan, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally thinking you two were chanting respawn point, and I was like, Piccolo's thinking about Peter, and Little Boy Justice is thinking about Vimble.
I mean, I like this very much as like a wants versus needs thing for Little Boy Justice of like get a place where like Vimble can come back to life, but it's a place that like nothing else about anything that Vimble or Little Boy Justice would want.
I agree that it is interesting narratively for a future season, and I understand why all the other party characters want it. I think Juniper's issue with it is largely the same as her initial worry about this world when she came up here, which is the second this place has an incredibly desirable resource, that is a bad time for, like, oh, everyone's just gonna come and fight over the resource and we're all back to square one.
Well, don't make it a resource. Just make it a spot where the end of the quest is.
It could be, yeah. A couple of different things come to mind. One, what if the underwater part of the ecosystem is like a fountain of youth? Like, what if you have to like go physically there into the waters to be healed? The other, like I said before, it could be a Dragon Ball situation. My mind immediately goes to Norse mythology, where
also the vibe storms kind of chill people out a little bit. They're like, I don't know, like if you have evil intent and the vibe storm comes, you kind of chill out.
I was going to say the gods in Norse mythology are not naturally immortal. There are special apples they have to eat that keep them immortal. And that could be the kind of the vibe there. But there's a lot of different ways we can do it. It could be like, what is it? The place in the Tolkien where the elves are immortal if they're there. It's like if you're physically there, you're immortal. But if you leave, you're not.
Yeah.
Valinor?
Yeah. But like Treyan just sort of like looks a little sheepish at the idea broadly, but he does seem sincere in, well, the altruistic intentions of such a place existing, where those who perhaps died who didn't deserve to, or perhaps those who died in one another, just there's a way to bring them back in some capacity.
Juniper does not doubt that Treyan has sincere, honest motives for wanting his specific friends back, but is also dubious of, well, good people who unjust deaths can come back. Juniper is alarm bellsing, but
it's my chance to make bad idea decisions. Let's go.
Let's kill death. Let's kill death. Let's kill death.
Juniper is very unconvinced that is a good idea. Thinks back to every terrible person we've met up here who, like, could end up coming back and being a problem again.
But would they be a problem if no one could die?
Some of them I feel like they would be.
Creating situations worse than death is definitely doable.
Yeah, like Zana's whole team is like, hey, we're not gonna make a place where you die. We're gonna make a place where you experience worse than death.
No, well, okay, but like picture like someone's like evil and they're like gonna do something evil, right? They're like, I suck. You could just be like, hey, don't worry. No one dies anymore, and then they'd like chill out.
No, there's some of them who would. There are some of them who would simply go.
I can't understand why anyone would do anything wrong if they wouldn't die.
All right, so this is the conversation you're having. Juniper remains unconvinced. I assume sharing your concerns with Gale makes her unconvinced as well. I think Walter just wants to be the first person there. They just want to win. And Buddy is on the bug snacks train. But Buddy wants those bug snacks.
Yeah. Juniper is not opposed to the idea, but needs to hear a solid proposal before going, yeah, some kind of maybe my friends, maybe everyone comes back to life here, it's probably fine.
Treyan and Little Boy Justice are just both chanting, no one dies. No one dies.
A world in which we can't get rid of Vimble from the world is a worrying prospect.
Well, the solution for that is you basically just bury them where they can't escape. They can't die, but they're just trapped forever.
Beautiful world we're making here. Yeah, okay. Just bury them alive.
Maybe this is like, but yeah, that be like Treyan sort of just makes that proposal and then continues to fail to convince his pet to be able to fly. So
Yes, that's what I was going to say, is that while you're doing this...
No one dies, no one flies.
while this is happening, Juniper and Treyan, the two people with unevolved creatures, why don't you give me new roles and tell me what those roles represent, what kind of exercises you're doing, because you're all traveling east, you're camping and talking and stuff. This is like a montage that takes place over multiple days as everyone is talking.
So before the big conversation, Juniper was going into the Sprout's mind and trying to follow along with, like, gliding on the currents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I roll to make that part of a montage.
Nature, I believe. Nature is air currents, so... Let's get nature from you, yeah.
Nature, I get advantage on nature. That's good for me.
Do it. Let's do it.
Let's minimize the risk of me botching. 15 on the first roll, 11 on the second.
Treyan is sort of like jogging backwards while looking at the Archaeopteryx and just sort of trying to have it mimic him a little bit as he sort of like does little jumps and flips to kind of get higher up in the air a bit with the momentum of each leap, and seeing if it will follow along with him to reach higher heights and spread its wings in a dazzling flourish against whatever horrific thing that is the equivalent of the sun that we have right now.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like athletics to me. I think also advantage if you have any resources to burn. I think a key point maybe to give you advantage.
Sure thing. So it's either athletics or acrobatics. I'll take either one. Let's do it.
I want to be the very best.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever was. This is what's happening during the montage.
Unfortunately, Treyan only rolls a 14 with advantage.
All right, 14 and 15. These are good. You're making progress, but neither of you get to a breakthrough.
Okay. Juniper's got another plan. In solidarity with trying to get bigger and stronger at athletic tasks, Juniper is attempting to jump up to the Sprout's height to sort of do a sort of inspirational, yeah, we got this. So Juniper's going for some one-footed jump attempts.
I think Buddy sees both of you training with your animals and is like, approving and says, we're making a lot of progress. Don't push yourself too hard. We're almost out of this biome. Is there anything else we need to do here before we leave? We got a sword, but we haven't caught up yet to the...
Ooh. Could Juniper try and insight on what the magic was that was in the in that rod to try and replicate whatever that did?
Oh, interesting. Sure. Why don't you roll insight for me?
That's a botch on insight. I do not know how we digivolved.
No, I love this. You botched. So I'm actually going to, Juniper, something occurs to you, and it is a great idea, he said, smiling devilishly. Juniper, you tell everyone, if you want to win this race, you need all your mounts to fly, and you know someone who can make your mounts fly. That's Sprinkles. And so what you should do is turn around and go back and get Sprinkles.
Upon hearing the name Sprinkles being uttered, Treyan just sort of like perks up in attention, stares directly kind of at Juniper with the mentioning of Sprinkles' name, and then just simply says, Sprinkles, you mean the homunculus that killed my friends? That Sprinkles?
Skitch, you know what I love? Having binocular vision and depth perception.